America did not stumble into sound money by accident. It was born out of pain, out of collapse, and out of currency abuse so severe that it nearly destroyed the young nation before it even began. And the young men who built this country understood something that many Americans today don't. Money is not neutral, money is moral. And when money is corrupted, society follows. Today we're told that inflation is normal, paper money is progress, and central control is stability. But the founding fathers, men who lived through the destruction caused by bad money, would strongly disagree. Let's start with Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson did not mince words. He had seen paper money fail before. During the Revolutionary War, the continental dollar collapsed so badly, it gave us the phrase, "not worth a continental." And Jefferson understood why it failed. He wrote, "Paper is poverty. It is only the ghost of money, not money itself." That line alone demolishes the idea that money is simply whatever a government declares it to be. Jefferson is making a profound claim here. Real money has substance, real money has limits, and real money restrains power. Paper money, in contrast, is a promise, but promises can easily be broken. Jefferson went even further, warning that the problem isn't just paper money itself, but who controls its issuance. He wrote, "The issuing power of money should be taken from the banks and restored to the people, to whom it properly belongs." This wasn't a fringe opinion. It was a recognition of human nature. When a small group is given power to create money, that power will be abused. It's not a matter of if, just a matter of when. And Jefferson knew the consequences would be devastating. In 1817, he warned that paper money has some advantages, is admitted, but that its abuses also are inevitable, and by breaking up the measure of value, makes a lottery of all private property cannot be denied. Read that carefully. A lottery of all private property. When money itself becomes unstable, every contract, every wage, every savings account becomes a gamble. Let's take a look at what George Washington had to say on this topic. He was one of, if not the man, responsible for holding a fragile nation together. In 1787, Washington wrote bluntly to J. Bowen of Rhode Island, "Paper money has had the effect in your state that it will ever have, to ruin commerce, oppress the honest, and open the door to every species of fraud and injustice." That sentence could be written today. Washington identifies three unavoidable outcomes of bad money. Commerce is ruined, honest people are oppressed, fraud and injustice flourish. But Washington didn't just warn with words. He acted. Under his presidency, the Coinage Act of 1792 was passed, establishing gold and silver as the foundation of American money. Why? Because metals couldn't be printed. They could be mined, but they still hold that relative scarcity, and scarcity matters. If you're curious what the penalties for breaking this act were, take a look at Section 19 of the Coinage Act. If any gold or silver coins struck at the U.S. Mint were intentionally debased, made lighter, or adulterated with less precious metal through fraud or for profit, the person or officer responsible would be deemed guilty of felony and shall suffer death. Washington understood that a nation without sound money cannot remain free for long. Alexander Hamilton, often portrayed as the odd one out, the central banker of the founders, but even Hamilton understood the dangers of unbacked money. He wrote, "To emit an unfunded paper as the sign of value ought not to continue a formal part of the Constitution, being, in its nature, pregnant with abuses and liable to be made the engine of imposition and fraud." Hamilton wasn't naive. He knew paper money could be useful temporarily, but usefulness does not equate with morality, and convenience does not equal sustainability. He warned that unfunded paper money has some advantages of a temporary nature, but it is calculated to produce great mischiefs in the long run. Hamilton's entire financial plan or system was built around credibility. Money had to be backed, redeemable, and disciplined. Even the first bank in the United States was restrained by gold and silver. What Hamilton feared was not paper money itself, but paper without restraint. And that restraint no longer exists. The Founding Fathers did not agree on everything, but on this they were unified. Sound money restrains tyranny, bad money enables it. Today, Americans are told that inflation is healthy, Debt doesn't matter, and money can be just created without consequence. And yet, wages lag behind prices, families delay having children, savings slowly evaporate, and debt enslaves entire generations. This is not accidental. It's the inevitable abuse Jefferson warned about. It's the oppression of the honest that Washington foresaw. And it's the long-run mischief that Hamilton predicted. The tragedy is that the system is now so normalized that Christians rarely question it, but Scripture does. God cares about honest measures, about stewardship, and about justice across generations. And he also has a lot to say about money, because money shapes human behavior. The founders didn't have Bitcoin, but they understood the principles behind it. Money should be scarce, difficult to manipulate, be outside of the control of a small elite group, and serve the people as a tool, as a technology, not rule them. Bitcoin reintroduces fixed supply, transparent issuance, and rules instead of rulers. It doesn't require violence, doesn't require revolution like the founding fathers had to do. It's simply an opt-out. In a world of paper ghosts, Bitcoin is substance. In a world of manipulation, it's math. In a world of broken measures, it's a predictable ruler. The founding fathers understood something that America has forgotten. You cannot build a society in the long term on dishonest money. Jefferson warned us, Washington witnessed it, and Hamilton tried to guard against it. And Scripture confirms it. The question isn't whether sound money matters. The question is, will we remember? Or will we continue as if these ghosts are real? Thank you.